Moving on, another obstacle that will be faced while voting this coming November 8th is the machines. Not only is there the possibility they could be rigged, which I've talked about extensively, but there's also the fact that they suck. They just suck. To cover this raging controversy, let's go to redacted correspondent Naomi Caravani.
America's voting machines, much like the ones behind me, are aging, and not well. Not like a fine wine or Clarissa Explains It All. That never gets old. They're aging like computers, and it's not pretty. They've got all the bugs and vulnerabilities of a therapist after I'm done with him. Your 9 years of training can't save you. Most of these voting machines are running Windows XP, for which Microsoft hasn't released a security patch since April 2014. The average American smartphone, on the other hand, has sophisticated functions like a GPS tracker for your significant other. Who said I can't use counterterrorism technology for love? I know where you are, Evan. But when it comes to voting, Americans have machines that are about 5 feet tall and can't do basic operations like counting, which is the one thing they're supposed to do. Machines around the country are regularly losing votes by the thousands. Losing votes? It's a good thing most voters never find out their vote was lost after they waited in line for 2 hours next to a woman who smells like old hot dog water. Because if they did... But don't blame the machine, blame the humans. After the 2000 catastrophe between Gore and Bush, Congress signed the Help America Vote Act in 2002, giving states $4 billion to modernize their voting systems and make this democracy digital, and get high-tech, state-of-the-art technology, like this.
With our newer software, we're able to go ahead and set the ballot up in both portrait and landscape modes. So we have the traditional ballot set up like this, but then we can also go to the landscape method like this.
Alan Turing would be blown away at how far we've come. Companies like Diebold and Election Systems and Software rushed to sell products, but these companies didn't just want to sell a perfect voting machine, they wanted recurring revenue, so they sold antiquated machines that required expensive maintenance. It's kind of like the way iPhone screens are designed to break when you sneeze near them. So now we've got these shitty machines all over the country. South Carolina has ES&S machines that use cartridges like the ones for the old Nintendo game consoles. But they're not that hard to fix. Have you tried blowing in them? They thought everything was going fine in 2012, but now Zelda is the mayor of Greensboro. Missing votes and outdated machines have most notably been problems where there are minority populations, a demographic who have historically been denied the right to vote by law, and now by these old toaster ovens people call voting machines. Many are concerned about a rigged election, and God knows these mutant VCRs are riggable. But there's another danger. The votes of the most vulnerable will vanish just by accident, and so will their trust for the system. If you want to make sure your vote is counted, you can use a reliable device and go to verifiedvoting.org. Reporting from Washington, this is Naomi Caravani, Redacted Tonight.
We're all sick, time wasted.
Here are your headlines from the future. Coming up next Thursday, corrupt governor running for re-election. Really thrilled presidential candidates working hard to normalize corruption. Coming up on Wednesday, some positive news. Airport security finds man's lost wedding ring during cavity search. And just 2 days from now, mainstream media declares politics as usual after WikiLeaks reveals list of extraterrestrials John Podesta has had killed. And 2 years from now, after awkward first few letters, Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump become lifelong prison pen pals.